Women's Wisdom. I have not shared the title of this book with you folks. This is Justin Sterling's book. He has Sterling Institute of Relationships, and he's the gentleman that taught the Woman's Weekend. Unfortunately, honoring him today because we're remembering him in spirit. He passed in February, and I feel like it's so important to carry on with some of the teachings of women's wisdom. So in the book, What Really Works with Men, he writes down some little tips along the way. And one that called to me today is this one: to solve 95% of your relationship problems and cope with the rest. Decide what things are truly important to you. Put them in a comfortable, natural order for yourself, and simply live in accordance with the order of those priorities. Let me go deeper for my experience of that. So I have Epstein-Barr syndrome, or chronic fatigue syndrome, and really it's for people who do too much. So when I think of the principles of boiling it down to maybe your top three, I love the three because it's the strongest shape in nature, the triangle, the 3 points, if you will. I love the number 3, but if you need to give yourself 4 or 5, you're going to feel this one out. But for me, to keep it simple, when I moved down here from Manhattan to Florida, I worked with Dr. Peter Resnick, one of Jerry's students. And I really formulated the fact that I love life and I want to learn so many things. However, what are the top 3 things I want to have as my priority? At that time, I was single, I wasn't married, didn't have children. And my top 3 things were family, feng shui, and sculpting. That helped me focus and become my true north. When I got lost on my path, what are my 3 priorities? It's that talk of freedom and responsibility that we discuss. And really, when we prioritize and make the commitment, because women overcommit, we say yes to everything, right? So women who do too much, that's me. And I'm learning through these principles, certainly with Justin's advice here. Let me read again. That we find and put in comfortable, natural order for ourselves. I'm always sharing about the rhythm you need to find for your life. This is one of them. And you commit to those 3 priorities, or the number you so choose, and you leave it at that. Right now, my priorities have added a little bit more because I'm doing more. I'm married. I'm taking care of my mother. I have children now. I have a career. So my priorities readjust. Remember, I'm sharing constantly about recalibrating the energy and doing what works for you. This is one of those things. Once there were more responsibilities in my life, I had to keep it simple and focus on, the commitments at hand. So it becomes my self-care, which I'm working on. It isn't always my priority, but oxygen mask on first. My marriage, my children and family in that category. My mom's kind of my kid now. Hate to say it, but it's kind of like that when you're taking care of seniors. And then, of course, my feng shui, that which fulfills me. Mentoring and guiding you is something I love to do. So I've added another step to my commitments, but this is what keeps me in the true north of my compass and my focus and my path in life. It helps me keep my responsibilities simple. When I'm getting off track and life has gotten busy, right back to center, your true north. What are the commitments you say you want, and the path and the natural order in which they work for you. And you may have to experiment with that and change it up. But for today's women's wisdom, I want you to think for yourself, what are the 3 to 5 things that are my commitments and focus, and let that be your true north. Thanks for being with me.